Oh, bro, this is merely for you to learn odd use against Leviathan. I beg your pardon. This is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. Wait you at the Morbi dry docks. Pray to make your way here as soon as you're able. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? I'm told you, John, that the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies last. I'll wager it served you to take the mind of the events of recent days, though. But enough of the nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Horlitter, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she's been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuverably maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that this is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Horlitter and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. It's game time. I know that look, you were ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Horlitter may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimeli are calling an elemental converter. Assuming that thing works, I will use the power of the cryptic crystals on board of to robify his hold over water. To be honest, the battlefields you may will need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected the Sahajin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. It is to fulfill its purpose. Your divisionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I would too volunteer my blade. We would welcome it, having seen you fight in subs. I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Ujiri the fifth. But what words have I for the woman who has made the sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Obero. May the crystal bless and keep you. All right, Leviathan, let's get it! All right, are you ready, chat? I remember jack shit about this fight, so this will be interesting. While we're finding a party, I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick. I am back. New boss equals banger music. Dude, they do not miss on music in this game. Do I have any positionals on this class? I do. It's from the flank. From the rear. Okay, I'll do my best to keep those in mind. Watching a streamer friend streaming raids. The music was always, dude. Like they literally do not mess with music in this game. Oh man, it's gonna be fun doing this on Samurai. I really haven't done much content on Samurai, even though I really enjoy the job. My first master is far proposed to I was close that I had my doubts. Only now that the Orlitter is complete, so I consider the solution. I mean, I guess in the meantime, if there's anything I can craft. There we go. Oh, I don't have any wind crystals. No. Oh my god, that's so depressing. Well, chat, don't forget to remind me to buy wind crystals. At this rhythm, I'll miss the Leviathan. How do you mean, like you're gonna miss the fight? Are you like getting swamped with work stuff? Oh, hopefully it should pop in just a minute. Since it's only an 8-minute wait, we're at 5 minutes, so hopefully we get a queue pop soon here. Yeah, there it is. Ask him exactly. You just have to complain about it. It really does feel wrong not playing the code sometimes, but I do love my aura. She holds steady. Alrighty. Good luck, troopers. Oh my god, dude, like, this is giving me, like, oh, I hate open water, bro. Like, Subnautica is nightmare fuel for me. Oh. Oh, there it is, baby! Oh, that was it? Well, I was expecting that to be way harder. Two-player combat. How sweet of all. I know there's an extreme version, so that's probably much, much, much harder. The music did pop off, though. Yeah, it was quick. I mean, those guys all knew what they were doing, so. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during the past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, the Admiral waits for you in the command room.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
I would die for her.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat, not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
By Jane Lynch. Hold on. Let me look up Jane Lynch quick. How did I not know Jane Lynch? I've seen her in so many things, and I could not imagine a better casting choice. That's insane.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
That'd be a sick casting.
Please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugi,
Thank her getting all
I
embarrassed.
am
That's
told
funny.
that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Dude, the story in this game is getting so good.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning, but when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
I'm gonna leave for the gym. Have a great rest of the stream, bro. So I'll talk another time. Have a great time, Matt. I'll catch you in the next stream, brother. Have a great rest of your day.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Oh, nice. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yuguri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you of the member of the fraternity to which you would be introduced to abide in the shadows of Lumitzan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into your confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place, and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. If it's the Rogues Guild, then dude, I'm already privy with the Rogues Guild. You know what I mean? Okay, not the Rogues Guild. Most intriguing indeed. Got business in the venture? So you're the one the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thank or two. Been a while since I saw the shy-eating grin, but with all the doe-eyed runches about, I expect he'd get his hands full. You must be the Far Easterner where Malwib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I'm Yuguri of Doma. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that. Last Lim's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly keep a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my R2 are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. This is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yogari of Deuce Woods it, we cannot get acquainted in more private surrounds. How this didn't come out right, did it? Lady Ober, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. I'm so curious. Mecca and more has occurred since first I had beheld Orzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice to say, I did not envision the invite to play a part in noble struggle, but forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtless you are pressing business of your own. Rest assured, I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral till we meet again, Warrior of Light. I wonder if she teaches you more ninja stuff post A Realm Reborn.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 Preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Erringer will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak on a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Mughal the 12th. The king is no more as a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12th, with our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude that may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation. I would have you. Celia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah this time are come to Revenant Soul seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven awaiting a formal response. I see mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Cecilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. However, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Mephilia. I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domas. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ulda for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man, not as would sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. It's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us they climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and then it came to us, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took the foreigners and didn't you, so you surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it's true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, the decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who had been affected by the calamity. And it is so with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us. But I might have a word. Dr. Audimus? Ill tidings from Ulda, my lady. Alphanot has been wounded. What? How is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently lashing out at any and everyone. They can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells and other blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Milady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. The authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphanot and quickly. He is in danger or worse. I would have you and none other by his side. And pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Eden and Papiamo will see to it. Alphanot is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Obero. Sorry, boyos. I understand your plight. I really do. Oh.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ulda, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ulda is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Uldan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.